Hello? Hello?
Okay, we'll start in just a few minutes. Remember, you're supposed to enter with your mic off and your camera off.
Okay, Miss Amanda.
Thank you.
I will mute myself.
I just wanted to say good morning. Good morning, Miss Samantha.
Good
Good
morning.
afternoon, Miss Samantha.
This is
Good
why we
morning.
need to turn them off. I can't hear everybody when you're all talking together. So good morning to everyone.
Good morning, Miss Amanda.
Good morning,
Good morning.
everyone.
Good morning, Miss Amanda.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Waiting for people to come in through the waiting room and we'll get started, okay? Waiting for them to enter and we will begin. All right, so we're going to talk today about your story for the week, Experts Incorporated. We're going to do a vocabulary review, then we're going to do a genre review, then we're going to do a discussion about the story and the events in the story, and complete a story map together, okay? All right, so we have not even half of the class here. We'll give 1 minute and then we'll get started because I don't want to start when we have so few people joining. Let's hope that they will come in quickly. All right, I'll give 1 minute and then I'll begin. I want you to take out your turn practice workbook. Okay, your turn practice workbook and open up to page 11. Your turn, page 11. Hello, Hamza.
Miss,
Yes.
your voice is a little bit glitchy.
Really? There's nothing I can do about the signal. So I will try to raise my voice. Maybe it will help to overcome it. But as far as my computer shows, I have signal. Okay? I don't have any warnings of instability or anything. So as far as my computer shows, I should have signal. Okay?
Okay.
Hamza, I need you to do me a favor.
Sure.
This morning when we had the meeting for grade 3, page 11 that I did with your brother, if he finished it, can you take a picture of it and send it to me, please?
Sure.
Okay, because our meeting didn't record, so I want to see what we wrote together. If he finished, I hope so, okay? Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's get started. We still only have half the class. Only 14 people are here. So I'm going to go ahead and begin. Muhammad, do you have a question?
I wanted to say good morning.
Good morning. Muhammad, I need you to contact the school and let them know that you have not received your books because you are not here and see what they can do to help you, okay?
No, Miss, I have all my books, but all of the books is in Egypt.
Okay.
And I'm not in Egypt, but I have all of them.
Okay, listen, honey. You need to get someone from your home or whoever picked up the books for you to copy the pages and send it to you because you're going to have to be able to do your work. Okay?
Okay.
Get somebody to take
I am
pictures
coming.
and send it to you. Coming when?
Okay, I'm coming next Sunday, this Sunday.
Okay, very good. Very good. All right, so we'll see you then. Okay. Hamza, yes, you have a question, Hamza?
No, I just forgot to lower my hand.
No problem. All right. Okay, so let's get started. On page 11 in your practice workbook, this is a review of your vocabulary. Okay? Now, I'm going to let you read and answer. Sorry, I'm just getting the page in my book. It fell and closed. Just one second. So I'm going to let you read and I'm going to let you answer, okay? All right. Now, we're going to just go through the vocabulary together and we're going to discuss the meanings. I'm going to give you, I just want you to listen for this part, okay? You'll have to go back and write it later. From the answer key that I give you, I'll give you a model answer for this page. But we're going to discuss the meaning and I'm going to give you sample sentences because otherwise it would take too much time in our video and we only have one session, okay? So let's talk about number 1 first. Your vocabulary words are listed at the top. The word is desperately. Raise your hand if you can tell me what the word desperately means. Remember, when I call on you to answer, you can open your camera while you are answering, okay? All right, so Ragmini, can you tell us what the word desperately means?
Yes. Okay.
We are on page 11 in the Your Turn practice workbook. Go ahead, Ragmini. Desperately.
Because of because of hope, without hope.
Okay, I can hear you if you want to go ahead and tell me what desperately means.
I said recklessly. Hello.
I'm listening, honey.
Recklessly without no hope. With no hope.
That's it, when you have no hope. Desperately means a feeling of having no hope, okay? Very good, Ragmini. Thank you, dear. All right. Now, then it says, even though the girl was very tired, she desperately wanted to stay awake. Okay, you know how when you want to stay up and you try to make yourself stay awake and you're tired and you're falling asleep, but you want to stay awake? This is a feeling of desperately. When you feel no hope at all, like sleep is going to take over, okay? All right, let's continue. Next word, self-esteem. Who can tell me what the word self-esteem means? Self-esteem. No one? All right, I'm just going to start calling on people. Okay, those people who are chatting, I cannot answer chat during the meeting, and you are not supposed to be using chat to talk amongst yourself. So do not use the chat again. I don't want to call out your names, but the same 3 people are talking back and forth. Stop using the chat. That's not what it's there for. It's for me to contact you if I need to. All right? So now the word self-esteem. Tia, tell me, what does self-esteem mean, honey? Hello, Tia.
Having confidence and respect in oneself.
Okay, so when you have confidence, does it say respect for oneself? I think probably it says respect for oneself. Okay, so when you feel good about yourself, when you know you've done your best, when you think that you're a good person and you feel proud of who you are, this is self-esteem, the way you feel about yourself, okay? All right, when I asked you guys to open your cameras, please open because I'd love to see your pretty faces. Good morning, Tia. Hi, honey. Thank you for your answer. Excellent. All right, Edito. Next, oh, sorry, I forgot to give the sentence. After the boys' team won a soccer game, his self-esteem improved. His self-esteem improved. Okay, so that means that he felt better about himself after winning. All right, Edito.
Yes.
What about the word inspiration? Inspiration.
Inspiration means A bright sudden idea.
Say it again, honey.
A bright sudden idea.
That's it, a bright, sudden idea. You are absolutely correct. Thank you, honey. So an inspiration is when you get a bright idea, like you see something and it makes you think of a way to do something, or it gives you an idea that comes to you quickly because of what you have seen or heard or watched, okay? All right, again, we are on the chat. Let's see. Wahba, please stop using the chat to talk back and forth to people. The screen is blue, and because I want you listening to my discussion, okay? Don't use the chat anymore. Thank you. All right, Farida, good morning.
Good morning. Good
All right.
morning.
I'm going to give the sentence for inspiration, and then you're going to tell us what accountable means, okay? So the girl's amazing science fair project made us wonder where she got the inspiration for it. So her science fair project was so great that they wondered where she got her inspiration, okay? All right, we're going to finish this vocabulary, and then we'll get started on the story. Accountable. Farida, accountable. Can you tell me what the word means?
I didn't try the vocabulary word right now.
You didn't write them for homework on Sunday when they were due?
Yeah, I was gonna write this yesterday, but
It's really important to write it at the beginning of the week so that when we discuss it, you have it to refer to and it helps you remember, okay? All right, Farida,
okay.
thank you. Yusuf. Yusuf, can you tell us what accountable means?
Yes.
Accountable.
Accountable,
Yes, accountable.
responsible, liable, so to be called to account.
That's exactly right. Accountable means to be responsible for something. It means that if something goes wrong, I can ask you why it happened because it's your job to make sure that everything is okay. All right, so the sentence that we're going to give for accountable, the teacher told the students that they were accountable for doing their homework. So that means that who's responsible for doing your homework? You are, okay? You are accountable. Thank you, Yusuf. All right. Hamza. Hamza, the word advise.
Yes.
Yes, hon.
Advice.
Uh-huh.
To give an opinion or advice to.
That's right. When you give advice to someone, it means you tell them what you think they should do. And when you give your opinion, it means you tell them what you think, okay? So to advise someone means to give them your opinion or to give them advice, okay? It's kind of like guiding them to do what you think is right. All right, so our sentence for advise, I know the dentist will advise me to brush my teeth more, okay? All right, thank you, Hamza. Jumana. Jumana, can you tell us what the word uncomfortably means?
Uneasily, not comfortable.
Not comfortable. You are right, dear. Easily. It means that something not easy. You said not easily?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So to be comfortable means that something is easy. You can do it without a lot of effort. Uncomfortable is the opposite. When something is not easy to do. Okay? All right. Thank you, Jamana. Okay, let's see. My sentence for uncomfortably during the summer, it can get uncomfortably warm. So it's so hot that you don't feel comfortable. All right? All right, next word, hesitated. Hesitated. Muhammad.
Miss.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, Muhammad.
Um, Miss. I wanted to say something to you.
Okay, yeah, wait until we finish the vocabulary. Okay, because I
I
don't want to be
didn't write.
interrupted. Muhammad,
I
not now.
didn't.
Not now, Muhammad.
Okay.
Not in the middle of me explaining the words, okay?
Okay.
Basil, don't put dots on my screen. All right, Malik, can you tell us what the word hesitated means?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, honey.
Waiting or stopped, a moment paused.
That's it. It means to pause, right? It means to wait for a second before you do something, to hesitate. Like, for instance, maybe you are going to jump across a big hole. And when you go to jump, you stop for a second and you pause before you jump. That is what the word hesitate means. To pause a second before doing something. Okay? Thank you very much, Malik. Malik, we didn't get to see you. You didn't open your camera. Can you open your camera and wave good morning? So the sentence for the word hesitated is, the child walked to the edge of the pool but hesitated before jumping in. So when the child went to the pool, he stopped for a second, he paused before he jumped inside. Okay? All right, thank you. Iyad, good morning, Iyad.
Good morning, Samantha.
Good morning. Iyad, can you tell me what the word humiliated means?
Animated.
Humiliated, yes.
At her dance performance, the girl eliminated.
I'm sorry, I just need you to repeat it because I didn't hear you well.
At her dance performance, the girl humiliated.
Okay, I think that you're reading a sentence, not the definition. It sounds like a sentence. The definition for, let's get a friend to help. I think that maybe you wrote the sentence instead. Let's see, Basil. No, you're there because you've been putting dots around my screen. Basil, what does the word humiliated mean? Hello?
A minute.
Hi, Basil. What does the word humiliated mean?
Made someone face as hand as hand.
Sorry? Tell me again, honey.
Can you say it again? You want what?
The word humiliated. Humiliated.
Made someone feel as hemmed.
I can't tell what the last word you're saying is. Made someone feel? All right, let me get someone else to help us because I can't make out the definition. Let's see, Reem. Tell me, Reem, what does the word humiliated mean?
Can you hear?
Good morning, Reem. What does the word humiliated mean?
Made someone feel ashamed.
Ashamed. Okay, that's the word we were trying to get. To make someone feel ashamed. Okay, so this is when you make someone feel bad about something that they did, okay? When you make someone feel bad about something they did, humiliated. All right? You can feel embarrassed when you are humiliated. Okay? Maybe if you fall off of the stage, you would feel humiliated. You would be embarrassed. Okay? Because you would think that people are going to laugh at you. All right? So our sentence for the word humiliated. At her dance performance, the girl felt humiliated when she fell down. Okay? All right, so that's a quick review of the vocabulary words for the week. Remember, they will be on your reading test on Sunday. All right? Okay, let's see. Hamza, do you have another question?
No, I just wanted to answer.
Okay, there's nothing to answer right now, so let's continue. All right.
Okay.
Let's look at your books on page 12. Page 12. Okay, and I will show you this very quickly. Here we have the vocabulary words that we just did. I will post this for you in the model answers so that you can write down the sentences that we did in your book. Remember, I will check your book and your notebook when you come back to school, okay? All right, so let's take a look at page 12. On page 12, you're going to find, let me see if I have this picture for the story for Experts Incorporated. Grade 4, nope, not here. All right, that's fine. So let's take a look at the chart that you have on page 12. All right, on page 12, you have a chart that looks like this, okay? I'm going to remove that before you get a chance to read my answers. The top of the page on page 12, in your story map, now you remember doing story maps, the top of the story map says character. Character. Who is the main character in our story? Who is the main character in our story? All right, first hand up, Ragmini. Ragmini, who is the main character in our story?
Rodney Curtin.
Rodney Curtin, that's correct. Rodney is our main character. You are absolutely correct. Rodney is our main character, okay? All right. Thank you, dear. Just 1 second. I forgot I was on paint and I put a dot right in the middle of the thing. All right, so our main character is Rodney, okay? Rodney is our main character. All right, now the next box on your page says setting. Setting, what is a setting? Tell me. Let's see, I want to hear people whose voices I have not heard today. What is setting? Farah. As soon as I push your names, your names move around. Very strange. All right, let's see. Let me find Farah. Good morning.
Good morning, Samantha.
Good morning, honey. Can you tell me what the setting of a story is?
Okay. The setting of the story.
No, I don't want to know the setting of the story. I want to know what a setting is. What does the setting tell us?
A setting tells us like where the story is placed, like where it was, like in the home or in a school or in a library.
That's right. So it tells us where, please don't turn on your cameras unless I asked you to. It tells us where our story happens. That's correct. It tells us where our story happens. All right. So thank you, Farah. What is the setting of our story? Sorry, Farah, I didn't mean to ask you to unmute again. The screen, every time I push somebody's button, it moves. All right. What is the setting of our story? Let's find some people who are sitting back. Let's wake them up. Iad, good morning.
Good morning, Samantha.
How are you, Iad?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, I'm glad. Iad, can you tell us, please, what is the setting of this story?
Rodney's school.
Rodney's school, that's exactly right. The setting of our story is the school. Our story takes place at school. Excellent, Iad, thank you. All right, very good. All right, now our next box asked us, what is the problem? What is the problem? What does the word problem mean? Abdurrahman, can you tell me what the word problem means? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Problem is a dilemma.
Say again?
Something bad happened.
Okay, so the problem is something that happened. But what makes it a problem? Why is it a problem?
Bad happened.
Okay, it can be something. It doesn't have to be something bad, but it is something that needs to be fixed, right? It's a problem because it needs to be solved or fixed, okay? Thank you, Abdurrahman. All right, so what is the problem then in our story? What is the problem in our story? In Experts Incorporated, what is the problem? Let's see. Pilar. Again, your names are moving every time I push the buttons. Pilar. Good morning, Pilar.
Yes.
Hi, honey. What is the problem in our story?
The problem.
What is the problem in our story? Rodney has a problem. What's the problem in our story? Do you remember?
The problem. No.
Okay, that's all right. Let's ask a friend. That's why we review, because we want to make sure that everybody remembers and everybody understands. Okay, let's see. Jenna, good morning. Good morning, Jenna.
Good morning.
How are you, dear?
Fine.
Good. Can you tell us, please, what is the problem in our story?
I
You don't remember?
yes.
Okay, it happens. No problem. That's one of the reasons we review. Let's see. Whose voice have I not heard today? I want to hear new voices. Wahba. Hello, Wahba. Wahba.
Yes.
Hi, good
Yes.
morning. Wahba, can you tell us what the problem in our
Good
story
morning.
is?
The problem is that Rodney doesn't know what to be when he grows up, and
That's right. So Rodney doesn't know what he wants to write about for his essay. Why is that a problem? What's going to happen if Rodney doesn't write his essay?
he will get an F.
He's going to get an F. That's exactly right. He's going to get an F if he doesn't know what to write. Thank you, Wahba. Okay, let's see. Want to see, who did I not hear from today? Muaz. Good morning, Muaz. What's going to happen if Rodney gets an F? What's going to happen if Rodney gets an F on his paper? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Muaz. What's going to happen if Rodney gets an F on his paper? Did you forget?
Yes.
All right, that's all right. So if Rodney doesn't get an, if Rodney gets an F on his paper, what is going to happen, Hamza?
There will be no pizza party.
That's exactly right. If Rodney gets an F on his paper, there is not going to be a pizza party, okay? That's correct. So if Rodney does not complete the assignment, there will be no pizza party. This is the problem. Okay, the teacher told them that if anybody got an F, they would not have the pizza party, okay? And so all of his friends are going to kill him because they all want to have the party. All right, so when they go to class, thank you, Hamza. When they go to class, Miss Greenberg tells them something. What does she tell them about their papers? Who remembers? What does she tell them about their papers? Let's see. Tahir. Good morning, Tahir.
Good morning.
What does the teacher tell the students about the papers? When they go to class, she tells them that she's going to do what? Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay, what does she tell them? She's going to do what? Here's a hint. She's going to do it after lunch. What's she going to do after lunch? All right, we're going to run out of time. I'm going to ask someone to help you. Okay, let's see, Yusuf. Yusuf, can you tell me what is the teacher going to do after lunch?
What?
What is the teacher going to do after lunch?
What? I can't hear.
What is the teacher going to do after lunch?
Ah.
Do you remember?
A pizza party. A pizza party.
No, not the pizza party. Not after lunch. She's not going to have the pizza party after lunch. Jomana, what's she going to do after lunch?
She was gonna like take them and go to the pizza place.
No, that's not what happens. When he goes to class, remember, Rodney doesn't go to lunch that day. He stays inside his classroom instead of going to lunch because something is going to happen after lunch. What is Miss Greenberg going to do after lunch? Tia, do you know? It's okay. If you don't know, it's no problem. Just say, it's no problem to say, I don't know. Reem, do you know?
Can you say the question again?
What is the teacher going to do after lunch? Okay, guys, if you don't know, just tell me because I'm calling on people who have their hands up now. So if you don't know, please put your hands down, okay? All right. Mohammed, what is the teacher going to do after lunch?
I think he's getting an F.
No, that's not right. This was important because this is the reason that Rodney stayed in at lunchtime. Farida, do you know?
Yes.
Tell us.
She's gonna take their essay.
Exactly, Farida. Very good. She is going to collect their essays after lunch. Good, Farida. Excellent. The teacher is going to collect the paper. So Rodney knows that he has one last chance to write his paper during lunch. Okay? So the first event is that Miss Greenberg announces that she'll be collecting the papers after lunch. Thank you, Farida.
You're welcome.
All right. Now, Rodney stays in at lunchtime. And what does Rodney do during lunchtime? Who remembers? What does Rodney do during lunchtime? Adito.
He thinks of what he wants to be.
Exactly. Perfect. Rodney comes up with an idea for his paper. Excellent, Adito. Thank you. Rodney comes up with an idea for his paper. All right. So then what was the solution to our problem? How did Rodney solve his problem? Let's see. Jada. Hi, honey. How did Rodney solve his problem?
Mm, I'm thinking.
Okay, honey. Shall I ask a friend for help?
Yes.
Okay, honey. All right, let's see. How did the problem get solved? Remember, Rodney's problem was what? That he didn't know what he wanted to be, so he didn't know what he was going to write his essay about. So how did the problem get solved? What was the solution to the problem? All right. Let's see. Yusuf, go ahead. Your hand is up, Yusuf. Do you want to answer? Hello, Yusuf.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, my screen went black for just a second. Yusuf, can you tell me how they solved the problem? What was the solution to Rodney's problem?
Rodney decided to work. Decided to name people's baby.
That's right. Rodney chose to become a name expert. Excellent, Yusuf. Excellent answer. Rodney chose to become a name expert. Okay? Excellent, honey. Very good answer. All right, just 1 second. I'm going to take attendance here by grabbing everybody's name. All right. Now, just 1 second. We're going to go back to sharing our screen. For some reason, it kicked us out of the screen. There you go. All right, so here's our last answer. Just like Yusuf told us, Rodney hands in his paper and comes up with the idea of Experts Incorporated with his friend Lucas, okay? All right, so Rodney decides he's going to name babies to prevent bad names from coming to them that will bother them later in life. And this is how he solved his problem, okay? His problem was he didn't know what to write and he hadn't written his paper. So he wrote his paper during lunch, 4 pages, and he turns it into the teacher with the idea of Experts Incorporated, okay? All right, so that concludes our review. We only have about 1 minute left. That concludes our review for the story. Tomorrow because we're running out of time tomorrow, we will review the genre, okay? And make sure you print the sheets that I put online for you to bring to class for practice, okay? All right. Any questions before we go? Hamza, do you have a question?
Oh.
Okay. Malik, do you have a question? Jada, do you have a question?
Yes, Miss Amanda.
Yes.
The sheet I printed today.
Yes, you'll find it. I'll upload it in the afternoon. Just print it for tomorrow, before tomorrow. Okay, you'll bring it to class tomorrow.
Okay.